Good evening, W2SDR. W3MMR.
Yeah, not much going on here, man. I just got back from the drugstore a little bit ago and took care of the cats, and everybody's settled, and come down here to the shack and fired up the radio. Go ahead.
Yeah, not much going on. I've been pretty quiet. I've been watching the Mike Missinelli show and just had a little bowl of ice cream. Just hanging out. It was just raining here for about the past half hour. Pop-up storm kind of popped up on top of us. You know, it's that time of the year, so. But now it's super humid. Still 82 to 83 degrees out. But thank God for air conditioning.
Yeah, I'll have to turn mine on. I haven't really needed it, you know.
Yeah, sure. Sure. If you didn't have that thing on, them cats would have mauled you to death by now.
There's a lot of static in here tonight, man, I'll tell you.
I don't have none over here. Very little. It's that noise level thing we were talking about before.
Well, my noise level's down low, but man, these crashes are loud. I can push the line up a little bit. Oh, there's thunderstorms pretty near me. I just bringing up the map. It's just north of me a little bit. I guess up around Pittman, Mantua, Deptford, up that way.
Yeah, I got it open now. Excuse me, I've had the radar open. And yeah, they were just north of you there. Glassboro and Lindenwald, Belmar, Woodbury, Paulsboro. But yeah, I mean, my noise level's an S9, and you know, they have to be it's got to be a pretty hefty static crash to get over my noise level, unfortunately. But they're in there. They're definitely in there, but I got no problem hearing you. You hearing me all right?
Man, I just had a 30/9 static crash.
Man, they're loud. Well, they're a lot closer. Them storms are a little closer to you than they are to me. You hearing me all right, though?
Yeah, I'm hearing you fine. I hear you better on DMR, but I'm hearing you fine here. That's about 300 watts carrier, maybe a little bit more with the setup here. So you like Thetis, huh?
Yeah, I'm definitely digging Thetis. Hold on, let me tune up real quick. Something, my match is a little high. Hold on. Must be with the rain or something, I don't know. My master's just a little up higher than it normally is, but no big deal. It's still pretty low. Anyway, yeah, I'm enjoying Thetis so far. It's working out good. You know, made a new skin. I don't know if I think I might have sent you a picture of the screenshot of the skin I made, the W3MMR skin for the for it, and came out pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty neat. So I like it. I like the new features in it, and no Alex button, you know, and how they have the low and the high filters right there underneath the transmit profile right there on the screen. And the Vox works good. I got the Vox all squared away. I did get that all squared away. Then I got all my cat controls set up and calibrated the watt meter on the software, and so it matches the LP 500. And yeah, it's working real good. You've been with it for a while now, haven't you?
See, I put this on back in April, I think. And then I was going back and forth all the time, but I haven't gone back to 3.4.9 in months. I've just been running this all the time. So, yeah, so far, so good, you know. And I was able to bring over the other skin, you know, I guess, without a problem. The W2SDR skin that you made with the picture, so I brought it over here. Time's the game start. What time do the Phillies get beat tonight? 7 o'clock?
Yeah, right. Let me look. I think it's 7:05, 7:10, something like that. They're playing the Mets, but they're going up against a good pitcher. Last time I played the Mets, they was hurt, and just so happened to be, you know, in the rotation where we didn't get to see their best, you know, their best pitchers. So now we're going to see Noah Syndergaard, and DeGrom. They're all pretty good. So let's just hope we can beat up on them again and bring some games back here, because we're not in second place anymore. We're in third place now. So, man, I 7-10 of the game. So last night, you know, I usually record every post-game show and watch them the next day. And the game went on late. Sometimes it's the next show. You know, because it's always different, so I can't, like, schedule the show after, you know, to record every time, so sometimes I'll forget. Boy, they were ripping into the pitching staff, and, oh, man, now it's a disgrace, and it's embarrassing, and they need to do it, and it's just, deadline happens, but this is what I was afraid was going to happen. They knew what they needed, and they just waited too long. You know, they waited too long now, and it's probably going to be too late for them to try to do anything to salvage this season with the way things are going at this point. So, you know, half a season to go. We'll see. There's still a little ways to go, but I'm not holding out too much hope for the rest of this year. I'm still going to obviously watch all the games and enjoy it, but I'm not as confident as I once was. W3MMR.
Well, for a long time, I was a Phillies fan when they had bad records like the Marlins. And then, you know, and still watched them, because you can watch the other teams, the other good teams, too. I mean, I like the sport. But, like I said, they're a 500 team, man, and that's right where they're at. And especially with this pitching staff, that's all they're going to be. So, because you can only score so many runs. I mean, when other teams are scoring, you know, 10, 12, 15 runs against you, you know, you could have the whole Hall of Fame in your batting lineup, and it's not going to make that much of a difference. So, well, we'll see what happens. I go back to the drugstore. I don't know what I'm going to do for dinner. I'm kind of hungry. I'm hungry all the time. If I ate every time I was hungry, I'd be 400 pounds. But I've been doing a lot of walking, 5 miles every time I go up there. You know, I like it too. It gives you peace of mind. I listen to the earbuds, listen to music, and peace and quiet. There's this guy, Martin Essenberg from the Netherlands, that checked in on Tri-State. You should see, look this guy up. Do a Google. Where do you see his picture? I freaking love it. I love it. PA3FRI, Papa Alpha 3, Foxtrot Romeo, India, in the Netherlands, guys.
Look at this guy. With the beard, there's the glove mug in his hand, and, you know, big dude. Oh, that's great. Oh, he's classic, that guy. Look at him, boy. That's cool. So he dropped in on Tri-State today. I guess you don't get too many foreign stations on there, do you?
No, not really. We see, you look up the talk groups, there's hundreds of them, so what are the chances, you know? I don't know how he stumbled on it. I just got a yellow warning light on the software from overload from one of these static crashes. Well, my antennas are up really high, plus the fact I got my 160 on the same feed point. So there's a lot of room, a lot of capture rate area up there of the antenna to pick up static.
Yeah, that's a good point. I heard you say that, I think, this morning, or to Ernie, or something. At some point you said it. Yeah, you're right. I've been getting every once in a while. I haven't seen it in a while, but when I first got the program going, a little, message where the overload, yellow overload thing will pop, ADC overload, or would pop up in the old one. And it's like, it says like S47 or something. I don't remember the numbers, but it's like a couple letters, a couple numbers, and like a symbol. And it comes up in red. And it's only popped up a few times, and it doesn't seem to affect anything. And I don't know why it does it, or what it is, or what exactly it says, because it pops up so fast that it goes away. But have you ever seen anything like that?
Well, it does it in Thetis. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, in Thetis.
Yeah, but Brian gets that too. He told me what it was, and I can't remember what it is. That's another little bug in the software.
Okay, yeah, like I said, I don't think it. I haven't seen it affect, having an effect on anything, or when it happens, but. Yeah, that's the only, one of the other things that I've noticed. But, besides that, this thing has been pretty, and the little Vox thing has been pretty, things have been working real well. And, you don't go on sideband much at the moment, so it's really not that big of a deal. And I'm sure it wouldn't be a big deal, if I did, use Vox a lot. But yeah, so far so good. And hopefully I can use some more of the features. Maybe start doing some more DX and DXing, and use the DX spotting thing, feature. That's pretty cool. I like that. What's this other thing that this wideband window?
I think it picks up the entire spectrum all at one time. From down at like 0 megahertz, clear on up to 10 megahertz.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. How about that? Let me, I can spread it out. Look at that. How cool is that? That's pretty neat.
Well, you can see your signal on it too. You key the mic, you can see a real big spike down on the left. And you'll get a few spurs on it because you're transmitting, at the same time it's picking up. You'll see a few little blips, but when you're in receive, you'll get from 0 all the way up to 60 megahertz at one time.
Oh yeah, there it is. I see me transmit now. How about that? That's too cool, man. Yeah, this thing's got a lot of features. I like it. Sure, there's going to be more, as well. What's this radio astronomy data collection utility? I don't know what that is.
I'm not sure what it is either. I haven't really looked into that stuff too much. I just use it to talk on, There's something out there that says what all these things are for, but I think I got it on the computer somewhere. I can't remember. If you go, do you go on groups.io? Did you ever go on the community, the Anan community that you can get on from their website?
Yeah, that's where I got the instructions on installing Protocol 2. You talking about the Apache Labs forum, right?
Yeah, that one. There may be something under Thetis on there that tells you what all the changes are in Thetis and what some of these buttons do. There may be something on there about it, because I know there's a Thetis section on that forum.
Alright. Oh, this nasty thunder outside. Yeah, I just logged on there. I'll look. I'll scan through here and take a gander. But yeah, this is cool, man. Oh, that's 2.6.4. Yeah, they have 2.6.7 out now. So yeah, I'm sure one of these things has you know, one that has, you know, a list of everything. Oh yeah, I was just reading your post about the pure signal. Sometimes you gotta turn it off and turn it back on. I was like, W2SDR, what's he got to say? Man, this thunder, boy, loud.
You got 2.6.7, right?
Yeah, I have the latest release.
Oh, okay. All right, well, that's cool. Yeah, and if you find any other bugs, post them on there. That's what they want them for on there, because Warren reads that, W5, what's his name? And, you know, they all read that stuff, so if you find any other bugs, post the stuff. That's what it says, what it's for, you know? Well, I don't know what's going on outside, because I can't see anything down here, so I keep an eye on the radar, and if my phone goes off, you know, with the alarm, you know, for, you know, if something's really bad or something. But this stuff's mainly north of me. It's closer to you than it is to me. Oh, it's like almost right over top of your head, the red. Oh, no, it's just a little north of you like it is to me.
Yeah, let me look again. I closed the radar on my phone. At one point, it was right over my head. It rained. It was sunny out, and then all of a sudden, it was pouring. And I pressed the radar. Out of nowhere, a storm just popped up right over top of me, and then kept, like, you know, growing over top of me. It wasn't moving anywhere. And this one is pretty slow moving. That's how it is. These things are just popping up, you know, because of, you know, it's that time of the year. But, yeah, what time do you want to go down there tomorrow? Because I'm going to go do a brake job first thing in the morning, but that's, you know, at 7:30, so I'll be back in plenty of time. It won't take long. And, and I got to drop her, you know, pick her up and then drop her back off at like 10. So, you know, whenever after that, I'm good to go.
Oh, I'm not in a hurry. I mean, we got all day. What is tomorrow? Saturday? I got all day tomorrow. I mean, even if the afternoon's fine. I mean, so just take your time with the brake job and what you got to do with your mom and all. Just give me a call when you're all done. I'm not in a hurry.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that'll work. And that'll give me, you know, a minute to kind of decompress when I get home, and because it's going to be hot again tomorrow, so give me a minute, you know, to get cleaned up and, you know, lay down for a minute, watch TV, and then we can get going and do whatever. But bring the ball gloves over. Make sure you bring them gloves and a couple balls. Toss the ball around a little bit in the yard here. So I was looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that faux. God, I can't remember the last time I had faux. It's been years. And the last time I had it, I want to say, was down there. Boy, that stuff is something else, isn't it? W3MMR.
Oh, I love it, man. I love Vietnamese food. Vietnamese hoagies are good, too. Did you ever have a Vietnamese hoagie?
No, ain't no such thing as a Vietnamese hoagie.
Oh, sure there is. Yeah, Vietnamese hoagies, Korean hoagies. Oh, yeah, there's a hoagie shop down there. It's Vietnamese hoagies. They're fantastic.
I gotta look this up. Vietnamese hoagies. Well, yeah, there sure is. Jesus Christ. Yeah, right on 10th Street. QT Vietnamese sandwich. Oh, God. Oh, my, look at these things. You know, there's a lot of green on there. I'll take all that green off, but, boy, they look good.
I gotta take that green off. Man, those things are great. I love all that Asian food. Thai food, Burmese restaurants, all that stuff over there, man. I just love it. Because it's all just a little different. Korean food, all that kind of stuff. You name it. If it's from over there, I like it. Some of that stuff is really strange, too, man. Octopus and all kinds of... Some of them faux ingredients are pretty strange. Somebody just keyed up. Oh, RJV, that guy. Just keyed on them. People who kerchunk a lot, you're really not supposed to do that because you're supposed to identify. You know, there's a way that you can move around the talk groups to hear them without pressing the mic. Did I ever tell you how to do that?
No, but I've noticed that sometimes it'll do that. Like, I don't have to disconnect. I could just go from, say, Local 9 or or one of our other ones to Tri-State, and I'll start picking it up. But then sometimes, like, say, maybe it's if I was transmitting or talking on Tri-State, and then I try to go to another one, I'll be on the other channel, but it'll still be receiving everything on Tri-State.
You gotta wait till they stop talking, because your thing could only receive or transmit one at a time. If it's transmitting, it's not going to hear you trying to change the channel. You can do all that stuff in the web interface. You can disconnect in the web interface, even if somebody's talking, and you can type in another talk group, and it'll go right to it, even if somebody's talking. You never have to use the disconnect command. You can key up will work instead of the disconnect command.
Wait. Say that last part again?
I said you can use the web interface. If you type in OpenSpot, do you know how to do that?
Right, yeah, no, I got all that, but you said something about... I forget what you said now. God damn it. All right, yeah. I can get, go to the OpenSpot, type it in, and then I can disconnect from there, and then type in a talk group, and then choose the talk group.
Exactly, no matter what anybody's doing on the radio. Okay, you just go in there and move around just to copy the mail, stuff like that. And you don't have to worry about keying up every time or worrying about people stopping talking so you can move around. So you can disconnect from there and you can move around from there regardless of what's going on the radio.
I got you. Okay. I don't even know my radio's in the living room. Sitting around the table. Oh, boy. I need a cup of coffee. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to, seeing how all this stuff works out from today, this afternoon, so I'm anxious to hear something about it. That'd be real good if everything goes as planned.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right, I'm going to sign out, go upstairs, see if I can rustle up some grub and I guess put the TV on. We'll see what happens with the game later on tonight there, Roger.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to go lay down on the couch, put the pregame show on, and get settled in there for the game. And you've been sounding real good, man. Big signal the whole time. No problem hearing you. And we'll ask some 7 again this evening. And, we did a little more work on it, trying to messing with it a little bit. But I think it sounds all right. And you always sound good as you always do. So we'll talk a little bit later. Maybe on Tri-State or the window or something like that. Take care, W2SDR. W3MMR.
Yeah, all right, sounds great, man. Really does. So, through all the static and all. So, see you later. W3MMR, W2SDR, 7-3.
7D3 W3MMR is clear.